Ice barriers, let's go! What is up, dudes and lady dudes? Welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. We are checking out 3 new ice barrier monsters that were revealed tonight. This is going to be part of the new structure deck in the OCG. I don't think we have a date yet in the TCG for when we'll get them, but we'll either get them in our own structure deck or they'll get imported somewhere else. But still, this is really hype because I think they're all extra deck monsters, because it says broken extra deck monsters or dragons come in 3s. So, and they're broken apparently. But let's just get into this thing. I don't want to waste too much time. Starting off here, we've got the new Trishula. This thing looks badass, dude. This thing's got 3 heads, killing it. Okay, this is Trishula, Sub-Zero Dragon of the Ice Barrier. This is a Water Dragon Synchro Effect monster, as to be expected. It's level 11, not level 9, which is interesting. And its stats are 2,700, 2,000, pretty standard there. And it takes 1 tuner plus 2 or more non-tuners, the same as Trishula. Here we go. When this card is synchro summoned, you can banish up to 3 cards your opponent controls. Yep. That's nuts. Like that's crazy. Okay. Yeah, that's really good. I don't know if you heard. If you could, especially if you can quick synchro this on your opponent's turn for disruption, just banish 3 cards. No big deal. Non-targeting, by the way. Alright. Second effect, if this synchro summon card you control is destroyed by an opponent's card, so I assume that's battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 Trishula Dragon of the Ice Barrier from your extra deck or graveyard, and if you do, its attack becomes 3,300. Then the current attack of any face-up monster your opponent controls becomes halved. Also, their effects are negated. Whew, that is some float. That is one hell of a float. One thing I will say is I believe if regular Trishula, I believe he has to be synchro summoned exactly, not just special summoned to trigger his effect. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's how that works. So he wouldn't resolve his effect, which is actually good because the rest of this float is insane. It's going to get even bigger, and it's going to just cut everything in half and negate everything all at the same time. That's pretty insane. That's a pretty insane monster to start off with, I gotta say. All right, next up. Okay, not an extra deck monster. Okay, I get it. It's just because this thing has 3 heads, that's why he said broken extra deck dragons come in 3s. Got it. Okay. Next up we have Mirror Master of the Ice Barrier. This is a water spellcaster monster. It is level 4 with 1,700 attack, 1,000 defense. 17 is pretty respectable. You can only use this card's name second and third effects once per turn each. While you control another Ice Barrier monster, your opponent cannot tribute summon. I guess that means, does like a kaiju or sphere mode or lava golem, do they kind of tribute summoning, or are they being summoned by effect? That's interesting. I don't know about the ruling on that. Second effect though, the main ones. You can discard 1 card to special summon an Ice Barrier tuner from your deck. But also you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except water. Okay, locks you into waters, that's fair. Halki Fibrax is still water, so I think we're fine. And this busted synchro is fine. What levels do they? I don't think they have a Ice Barrier tuner. Do they? I mean, there's no way. But it's still, that's a free summon from deck. We're going to have to go look after this in another video at some of the tuners potentially you could pull out with this and just see certain plays, but that's pretty good. And also, if you would activate an Ice Barrier's monster's effect by sending a card or cards from the hand to the graveyard or discarding, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead of one of those cards. Okay, that's nice. Just mitigating some of the cost of some of the other costly Ice Barrier effects. There are some ones in the archetype that are kind of that's kind of costly. You got to get rid of multiple cards just to do one decent effect, but this does mitigate that. Once you've used it as synchro or link or whatever material, boom, banish it from grave, mitigate that cost, make up for it. That's pretty nice there. And the last monster we have here is Frost Spirit of the Ice Barrier. This dude is the cutest thing. This is the cutest card I've seen, maybe ever. Seriously. He's like a little tadpole dragon dude. Wow. All right. He's a water sea serpent. He's a tuner, of course. You got to give something to work with her that's new. And he's level 1 with 400 attack, 200 defense. So I guess you could play 1 for 1 or Where Art Thou or something. I don't know. It's fine. Whatever. 2 effects. And the second effect is a hard once per turn. While you control another Ice Barrier monster, monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack and defense. Okay, yeah, even if you're just going second, you use her to like summon him. Now she essentially can beat over anything that was less than 2200. Whatever, that's fine. A little effect in there. During your main phase, you can send a level 3 or lower ice barrier monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, this card's level becomes the sent monster's level until the end of this turn. Very, very nice. Not only a foolish burial, but a modulation of his level, which could be very nice to make certain synchros. I don't know, maybe this guy, he seems kind of good. I don't know if I don't know if you think that's how he is. He's pretty busted, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, so just the 3 cards to start, which makes sense. We're still, even Konami, or even the OCG is still like, like almost 2.5 months away from getting this even in their, in their game. So makes sense they're not going to drop everything just yet. I think this is a phenomenal start. Seriously, if you're going to fix an archetype, you need power cards like this, especially an archetype that's been just power crept so hard out of the game. You need a boss monster that's insane. Now, he doesn't have disruption, but we have certain cards in the game already that give you the ability to quick synchro, and as long as you put like one of those weird synchro monsters that lets you quick synchro on your opponent's turn, and 2 monsters that work up into level 11, quick syncing into a monster that's going to banish 3 on summon and have an insanely powerful float effect, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. And mid to late game, this card's just winning the duel. If it resolves, you won the duel, most likely. She's a great starter. She seems like she's just pulling any ice barrier tuner from the deck. So again, I'm gonna have to go back and look at like what specifically that's gonna be pulling. But still seems pretty good. And even her third effect, mitigating some of the weaknesses of the deck already. And then this guy just modulating, not only dumping any ice barrier card to the grave to potentially set up for like extendability or something, but also copying levels and getting you there. So yeah. Just a great start all around, honestly. I'm very excited to see. I think they still need some spells and traps, if I'm going to be honest. I think they only had 1 spell or trap when I looked at this archetype before that I thought was decent, and that's the Rhoda card. Literally just searches any ice barrier, so we can play 3 of her. We can play 3 of him if you want, whatever. They're both really good. So yeah, that's going to do it for me here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Let me know your thoughts down below on the new ice barrier stuff. I know there are a lot. Obviously, this won the structure deck vote, so a lot of people love it. Let me know down below how good you think this is, or any specific interactions these cards have that maybe I didn't make note of in the video. So definitely do that, and subscribe if you haven't yet and you want to see more news videos from me in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.